Part 3. In this part, you will hear some short talks. After each talk, you will answer some questions about it. Choose the best answer to the question from the choices printed in the test booklet and mark your answer on the separate answer sheet. You should mark A, B, C, or D. There are 17 questions in Part 3. The talks and questions will not be repeated. If you want to, you may take notes in your booklet as you listen. Please listen carefully. Now turn the page.
Listen to a talk given by a professor.
Welcome to Biology 101. I'm Professor Martin, and this is your laboratory assistant, Peter Smith. This course meets twice a week for lecture and once a week for laboratory assignments. The text for this course is Introduction to Biological Sciences by Abramson. You should get the text and read the first chapter before the next class. You will also need to get the laboratory manual that accompanies the text. I've passed out a copy of the course syllabus. This syllabus lists the reading assignments and exam dates. Note that we will cover one chapter a week for each of the next 15 weeks in the semester, and there will be 3 exams throughout the course. Grades in this course are based on your exam grades and your grades on the laboratory assignments. Are there any questions?
Number 44.
When does this talk probably take place?
Number 45.
How often will Professor Martin give lectures?
Number 46.
What is the assignment for the next class?
Number 47.
What information is given in the syllabus?
Number 48.
What will the professor use to determine the final course grades? Listen to a talk in a lecture series.
This is the 4th lecture in a series of personal health care lectures presented by Student Health Services. I'm Dr. Hall, a dermatologist, and tonight I will be speaking about the effects of stress on the skin. The relationship between skin problems and stress is rather complicated. Skin problems often accompany stress, but it is not the stress itself that directly causes the skin problems. Instead, it is the side effects of stress, such as the use of alcohol, tobacco, and caffeine, that are often to blame. Alcohol consumed in large quantities can cause problems with the skin by increasing the flow of blood to the skin. This makes the skin feel warmer and can really worsen the itching that accompanies conditions such as hives or rosacea. Nicotine and caffeine, on the other hand, cause problems by reducing the supply of blood to the skin. This, in turn, keeps the skin from being properly nourished. The best defense for your skin in times of stress is therefore to take the best possible care of yourself. If, when you are in periods of heavy stress, you consume large quantities of alcohol or coffee, or if you smoke heavily, it is your skin that will show the results. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that you will return next week for the next lecture in the series.
Number 49.
Who is the speaker?
Number 50.
What is the topic of the talk?
Number 51.
Which of the following can worsen itching?
Number 52.
How does caffeine irritate the skin? Listen to a lecture given by a professor.
In today's class, we will be discussing the 19th century crash of the gold market. When the U.S. gold market crashed on September 24, 1869, the day became known as Black Friday. What set the stage for the crash was the excessive amount of paper currency issued by the government to finance the Civil War. At the end of the war, speculators in New York tried to capitalize on the inflated price of gold in relation to paper currency by cornering the gold market. Their effort to corner the market was based on what turned out to be false assurances from the president's brother-in-law that the United States government would not sell off any of its gold reserves. When the U.S. Treasury announced $4 million in gold sales, the bottom fell out of the gold market and the price of gold crashed.
Number 53.
When was the day known as Black Friday?
Number 54.
What happened on the day known as Black Friday?
Number 55.
Who supplied the gold speculators with false information?
Number 56.
What did the gold speculators want the U.S. government to do? Listen to a sociology professor talk to her class.
Before I start today's sociology lecture, I'd like to talk with you about the papers that you should be working on. As you know, the topic for the paper is the relationship between gun control and violence. The paper itself is due in 2 weeks, but I would like to see your outlines by Friday of this week so that I can be sure that you are on the right track with the assignment. You need to do some research for this paper, so you should be spending some time in the library. I would like you to have at least 3 books and at least 3 recent journal articles as sources. The paper should be 5 pages long. In addition to the 5 pages of composition, you should have a title page and a 1-page reference list of the sources that you used in preparing the paper.
Number 57.
When does this talk probably take place?
Number 58.
When is the paper due?
Number 59.
What types of references should be used in writing the paper?
Number 60.
How many total pages should be in the paper? including the title page and the reference list.
End of the listening test.